I'm writing this from a plastic chair in a hospital waiting room. The air is sharp with the smell of bleach, industrial and unloving, and outside the tinted windows, dusk has started to settle like dust in the corners. My parents are down the hall, entwined in tubes, unmoving, and every time a doctor walks past, I flinch, afraid they'll have another word I don't want to hear. Unprecedented, unexplained, catatonic. But the truth is, I don't need any more words. I know exactly what happened. A week ago, my life was perfectly, blissfully dull. I'm 18, adulthood in technicality only, fresh out of high school and as raw as anyone can be after finals season. My parents and I were a small trinity, always just us. Dad is a quiet man, all carefully measured English and soft, calloused hands. Mom is brisk, warm, and never quite finished rearranging the kitchen. We have no extended family, none who visit, none who call. It's always been the three of us, a tight circle, our own odd little world. After my last exam, I blacked out for nearly a full day, the exhaustion of 1,000 crumpled study notes finally catching me. When I peeled myself from the sheets the next morning, the sun was a slab of gold cutting across my desk, and I felt, for the briefest moment, like the world was new. Fresh coffee would be waiting, Mom humming in the kitchen, Dad with his newspaper, rituals as old as memory. Instead, as I came down the stairs, I heard laughter, thin, artificial, a little too loud. My parents were at the kitchen table, but a stranger sat between them, occupying my chair as if he'd always belonged there. He didn't look right. Mid-30s, long black hair unbrushed and heavy, skin pale like it hadn't seen the sun in years. But his eyes were inhuman. Shocking yellow, the cheap bright shade of novelty jewelry. They were fixed on his bowl of cereal with the kind of focus reserved for predators, not people.
Good morning, sleepyhead. We want you to meet someone.
A relative, from far away. He'll be staying with us.
We don't have relatives. Not here. Not anywhere.
For a moment, the facade slipped. Their smiles collapsed, fear flickering in their eyes like candlelight, before everything snapped back into place.
Distant cousin, a long story. Come eat.
I sat. My hands shook so much I nearly dropped my spoon. The man never looked up, never spoke. My parents chattered about weather, about parks, about things he never responded to, like they were reading invisible lines of a script only they could see. I tried later to corner my dad alone, pressing for answers.
Who is he?
He is our guest. You will show respect. No more questions.
Something changed then, something subtle but terrifying. My home was no longer mine. There were rules. He was served first. We could not eat until he was finished. Speaking to him directly was forbidden. If I wanted to say anything, it went through my parents. And the worst was the locked room. Our spare bedroom, normally a clutter of moving boxes, was cleared. Every evening, my parents disappeared with him behind its closed door, murmuring and tense. I could feel the ritual in it, something sacred or profane. The house felt full of static, every charged silence ringing in my ears. Last night, unable to stand it, I crept to the spare room and knelt at the old keyhole. Inside, the world was cast in flickering candlelight. The man stood, arms raised, fingers crooked weirdly toward the ceiling. And my parents were on their knees, trembling, whispering frantic nonsense, their voices raw and desperate. It was worship, abject, terrified worship. I scrambled back, bile rising. Desperate, I locked myself in my room. I called the police, words pouring out in a terrified hush. I told them a stranger was in my house, that my parents were lost to him, that something was deeply, horribly wrong. Minutes passed, my heart thrumming. Knock, knock, soft as breathing at my door. I knew who it was. I opened the door, and there he was at last. His jaundiced eyes boring into me, and he smiled. A thin, savage, knowing smile. I screamed. Furious, wild. I yelled at him to leave, to get out. The police were coming. He didn't blink, just watched me. Then turned and walked calmly down the stairs, out the door, into the night. I rushed to my parents, found them crumpled on the spare room floor, breath whisper thin, unreachable. The ambulance came. Police scoured the house, checked the footage from our security cameras. When they turned the laptop toward me, I saw myself, screaming at nothing. No man, no intruder, just a boy coming apart at the seams for all the world to see.
There's no one there, son.
But I know what I saw. I heard another officer mutter on the phone.
Same as the others. Fifth one this year. Catatonic parents. The kid keeps talking about a tall man with yellow eyes.
So now I sit, waiting for hope to dry out or something to snap inside me. I should have acted sooner. Should have broken the spell, forced my parents to leave, even just run. But I didn't. And now they may never wake up. He's still out there. I know it. And I know I saw the monster, while everyone else saw nothing at all.